Hi, I'm Kate Rosman, and I'm excited to be your digital teacher today. Our topic is aquaponics, and our essential learning question for today is aquaponics the key to a sustainable fish farming? So aquaponics is a type of farming that is done in an enclosed situation with fish in it. And let's go ahead and define the word sustainable. Something is sustainable if it can be done for a long period of time without damaging the earth. So let's go ahead and get started. This is your student guide. You should have a copy of it. And let's go ahead and check out the guide cover image. So as you can see, aquaponics, to get your mind around what it is it's a fish system where the fish are in a tank and you are growing plants above the tank or somehow in conjunction with the tank. There's a growing medium in the middle, and then there are natural fertilizers being produced by the fish, and there is some clean water circulating into the system. So we'll talk more about that, but I just want to get your mind around what this topic's going to be about. So don't forget to add your name for your teacher. First of all, let's start out with a couple introductory questions about what we already know. So our first question is, why do you think we need to find a more sustainable way to farm fish? So I have a lot of other lessons about ocean pollution that you can check out. But really, to give you a little background on this question, there's a lot of ways that fish farming occurs. One of them is to drag nets behind ocean ships. And a lot of these nets become what they call ghost nets. And these ghost nets are a major contributor to plastic pollution and damage to the ecosystems in the ocean. So try to think about other ways that maybe traditional fish farming methods could harm the environment, and think about answering this question. I'll give you a minute to answer those questions in just a little bit. Let's go through the second one too. What do you know about aquaponics? So thinking about the introduction here, and maybe you already know something about aquaponics. There's a lot of little in-home system people can get for aquaponics and things. So jot down anything that you already know about these topics, whether you learned it from me just a few minutes ago or stuff that you already knew. I'm going to put up a short little timer to give you some time to do that. So moving on to the next part of this lesson, it says watch the video and complete the next part. When we click this link, it's going to go ahead and take us to our website blog, where you're going to see a written article about this topic. And at the bottom of that written article is going to be your YouTube link. So if you would prefer to read the article, you can do that, or you can go down to the bottom, click the link, and open up the YouTube video to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And you'll see the blog will look something like this. And it'll have a lot of the topics. And if you scroll down, you'll find the video there. So go ahead and pause this virtual digital lesson and switch over to watching your aquaponics video. When you're done, come back and we'll keep moving on together. I hope you enjoyed the blog post and learning more about aquaponics. Or maybe you watched the video. I hope you enjoyed that as well. Think about subscribing to our channel if you want to get more environmental content. So let's move on together. Question number 3 is, what is caused by the consistent increase in the world population? I'll give you a few minutes to answer that. Well, I'll give you a few minutes to answer number 3 and 4 together. Let's read the next one. Fish numbers are dropping throughout the world's oceans because of, and therefore leading experts predict increasing severe blank in the future. So if you forgot that information from the video, you can go ahead and click back over to the blog post where you'll find the same information in written form, and it'll let you go ahead and look for those answers and review what you might have forgotten. If you need more time to review those, please just go ahead and pause the video anytime you need it. All right, so number 5, what is aquaponics? So here's a picture to help you describe it. Go ahead and put a description there. I'm going to go ahead and give you a minute to do that. So let's go ahead and check out question 6. What is hydroponics? So in the video and in the lesson, it talks about the difference between aquaponics and hydroponics. They're incredibly similar, but what is the difference between the two? Remember, you can go back to the blog post to revisit it if you forgot. I'm going to give you a minute to answer that question. In question 7, it says fill in the different steps of the artificial ecosystem created by aquaponics. So we start out with fish are fed, and then we want to circulate through here to the fish being fed again. We do know that plants act as a natural fertilizer that creates clean water, but what were the other 3 steps? Remember, you can review the blog post article if you need to. I'm going to give you a minute to work on that. Let's check out number 8 together now. In aquaponics, you are not only getting fish as a food source, but blank as well. Let's go ahead and check out question 9. Which of the following is true? In normal fish farming systems, is it A, fish waste is not a problem, B, the water needs to be purified, or C, a filter is reused multiple times? If you don't remember the content, go ahead and click back over to the blog and check out if you can find it. Pause the video if you need more time for these. Number 10, what is the crucial part of an aquaponics system? So remember, crucial. What is the most important part of the aquaponics system? I'll give you a little time to answer that. Let's check out question 11. What are ways to keep the beneficial bacteria in an aquaponics system healthy? Keeping blank, having lots of blank, and you might have to add what? Take a little time to answer those. Pause it if you need longer, okay? In question number 12, they're asking us to consider what do the beneficial bacteria do exactly. They're an important part of the aquaponics system, but why and what do they do? Remember to review for the answer. I'm going to give you a little time on this one too. Number 13, why are aquaponics systems a good idea? Okay, here's the first start. They are a good solution for, it can be a super cost-effective means of food production as, I'll give you a little time. Remember, you can always pause if you need more time. Number 14, in which ways is aquaponics better for the environment? So down here, you could just make a list of ideas of how aquaponics is better for the environment. Number 15, what are some types of fish that do well in aquaponics systems? So remember, you can review your notes. The blog post has it. Go ahead and check it out and see what those types of fish were. And now we're getting down to the final 2 questions of our student guide. This is the part where you get to tell us what you think. Number 16, could aquaponics be the fish farming solution for the future? So what do you think? Is this the fish farming solution for the future? So whether or not you think it is or is not the future is okay, as long as you make sure that you support your answer with at least 2 reasons why you feel it is the future or it is not the future. So remember to go back into the blog post and look for examples or reasoning for your opinion. It's important always to support your opinion with evidence. I'll give you a little time to do that. Pause if you need more. So our final question is number 17. What could you do to help prevent a global shortage of fish? So think about all the things we've talked about, everything you saw in the video, everything you've read, everything you've learned, and consider what you could do to help with this shortage. Everybody has the power to make a little change, and maybe in the future, you might have more power to make more change. You could talk about that here too. I'll give you a little time to work on that. Remember to pause if you need more time. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to be your digital teacher today, and I hope that you learned a lot about aquaponics and sustainable fish farming. I hope that this opens you up to considering more sustainable topics in the future, and know that in the future you can make a difference, and everybody is important to keeping the earth healthy and making a sustainable future. Check us out on YouTube for additional lessons, and I hope you have a really great rest of your day. Thanks a lot for the opportunity. This is Kate saying goodbye from Dynamic Earth Learning.